you're walking a dark alley at night and you see this, what do you do? Kidding. Welcome to another video. This time I'll be talking about the mythos of Ghost Spider. Yes, they call him Spirit Spider in this game, but his name is Ghost Spider. That's just how it is. So yeah. He was first introduced in probably an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, because just like all the others, you know, I should mention that this is completely unscripted, unresearched. This is just what I know at the most basics, you know, from, you know, reading the stories, or some of these will probably just be from hearing about. But anyway, he's from an old Spider-Man comic, like a pretty old one, not really, I don't think it was even within the last decade. So, but he was introduced in a Spider-Man comic and said his thing is that he was the Spider-Man from an alternate dimension who was like killing other Spider-Men. Like he was like luring them to his dimension, then killing them and stealing their power to make himself even stronger. And one day, the main universe, Peter Parker from Earth 616, that's the main Marvel universe, but he ends up on Ghost Spider's Earth. And, you know, Ghost Spider tries to kill him, like he does with everyone else. But Peter stops him and is just like, yo, that's kind of bad. You shouldn't do this. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. Or there must also come. The quote is, like, the movie's got it wrong. It's, great power, there must also come great responsibility. Peter's very adamant about that. Like, there's been times in the comics where, like, characters like Miles will get it wrong, and it's like, there must also come. There must also come great responsibility. Just, yeah.
Hold on.
But, so, and the Uncle Ben of this universe, I think, is still alive. So, the Peter of this universe, the of Uncle Ben, kicks his, you know, addiction to murdering people and eating their souls. And he ends up becoming this universe's version of Ghost Rider, which is why he's called Ghost Spider, because he's a combination of Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. It's a clever mashup of their names, which Marvel is doing now, again. You know, there's doing this thing called Infinity Warps, where, you know, in a few months they're going to have all these characters combine into one. So, like, Iron Man and Thor is going to be Iron Hammer, Scarlet Witch and Laura Kinney is going to be Weapon Hex, which I love that name. That's a good pun. But, Spider-Man and Moon Knight is going to be Arachnite. But yeah, so they're going to be doing a lot more of this. But yeah, so it was a combination of their name, Ghost Spider. And that's pretty much all there was to him. Yeah, they're putting really, you know, small, you know, suits and, you know, character Spider-Man in here. Said he was in like a comic where he tried to eat Peter Parker's soul, and then he stopped, and then he went and he went and became a good guy, and he just did some Ghost Rider things. I'm trying to switch to his power. I want to show that off, actually. I haven't been doing that with the others. I haven't been showing the, you know, the power that comes with their suit. Yeah, that's the power of the Ghost Spider. But, yeah, so, you know, he said he does Ghost Rider things and Spider-Man things. But he's like a supernatural character. So he has blue Hellfire, kind of like Danny Ketch. Danny Ketch was one of the Ghost Riders, and he had blue fire at one point, because he became the spirit of, they're always spirits of vengeance. That's why they have, like, regular fire, and they work for Mephisto. I think he became, like, the spirit of, I'm trying to think, Judgment or something? I don't know. It was a good one, basically. I think he got his powers from, you know, the man above, instead of Mephisto.
Nice to stop a mugging.
Something like that. But yeah, so that's why he had blue fires. I think this Peter is the spirit of vengeance, so I don't know why he has blue. Probably just because it looks cool. Whatever. Maybe the spirits of vengeance on this universe just have blue. No, you don't know. But yeah, so like that's pretty much all there is to him. I don't think he's appeared in anything. I could be wrong. I know Ultimate Spider-Man, the cartoon, they did some alternate universe crossovers. I know they had like Kane, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Blood Spider, which that's an interesting one. It's not even an actual Spider-Man, but so like for all I know, they did have Ghost Spider, or maybe they just had a character similar to him. I feel like I remember them having Spider-Man who like ate the souls of other Spider-Men. So that they definitely had to base that character off Ghost Spider if that did happen.
Spoiler, I hit back.
So yeah, I said I don't think he's been in anything other than like this, and probably Spider-Man Unlimited again, because everyone's been in Spider-Man Unlimited. But yeah, and just to make the video longer, I'll explain why he's called Spirit Spider in this. Said his original name, they called him Ghost Spider. Said it was a clever combination of the names. It's supposed to be funny and cool. But recently in the comics, you know, Spider-Gwen, they've been changing her name to Ghost Spider because, I mean, I guess Spider-Gwen is a stupid code name. She doesn't go by Spider-Gwen. That's just what they call her series, the one that she's like officially called. Like she's called Spider-Woman, but I don't know. I guess they want to market her under her own alias, so they don't want to market her as Spider-Woman. And, you know, they don't want to market her as Spider-Gwen, because, you know, that's a stupid code name. She can't have a secret identity when her first name is literally in it. But, yeah, so that's... They're stealing Ghost Spider. I don't know why they chose Ghost Spider. Yeah, so they're stealing his name and giving it to her in that Marvel Rising show. That's what they're calling her. In the comics, she's going to be getting a new series sometime soon. And they're going to rename it to Ghost Spider, and that's going to be her new official alias. I don't read her comics. I don't know if there's a specific reason why, like if there's like a story-based reason why she's changing her name, Ghost Spider. Like if she is becoming like ghost-like or something, like if she got some new ghost powers or whatever. But yeah, so that's why they changed it in here, because, you know, they're trying to market her as Ghost Spider. So if they put him in here and call him Ghost Spider, like that might get confusing for general audiences, and they'll, you know, like see her in Marvel Rising and, you know, see her new series and stuff and be like, wait, I thought Gwen Stacy was Ghost Spider. Who the heck is this dude? That looks nothing like Gwen Stacy. You know, so that's why they changed his name to Spirit Spider. Which is interesting because it reminds me of the original Ghost Rider, Carter Slade, because he was created back in the golden age of comics, so like 40s. And he was called Ghost Rider. He was nothing like the modern Ghost Riders. He looked like Moon Knight. He was just in like a white cowboy suit. His mask especially looks like Moon Knight's. It was like identical. And he rode a white horse, and he was an Old West hero basically. So he rode around in the Old West, fighting crime, and he was called the Ghost Rider. But during the Silver Age, so 60s, they rebooted Ghost Rider to Johnny Blaze, made him a spirit of vengeance. You know, he became the Ghost Rider we all know of. And just to retcon it, you know, of why they're not the same, they renamed Carter Slade to Phantom Rider. So, like, that's like why I think it's interesting, 'cause, you know, he reminds me of Carter Slade, since, you know, they're kind of changing his name because of, you know, a different new character. So, yep. Peter Parker of this universe and Carter Slade having that in common, and wow, these guys are kicking my butt. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's not much else to say, and there's nothing else to say. It's unfortunate that they had to change the name for the game. That's kind of, I don't know, I guess not really unfortunate, but it's kind of sad for him that they, you know, they're just kind of just forgetting him and throwing his character away by like taking his name, giving it to someone else, and being like, oh, we can't let him have his own name. We need to change his name to something else instead of letting him have the name that's his. I don't know. So it's not a big deal really, but like, I don't know. I think it's kind of unfortunate that they had to change his name just so they can give the name to Gwen Stacy. So, you know, Spider-Gwen, it can be Ghost Spider, which I'm always going to call her Spider-Gwen. I'm going to call this guy Ghost Spider because that's his name, man. You know, and she's always going to be Spider-Gwen. They shouldn't have introduced her as Spider-Gwen if they don't want her to be called Spider-Gwen. I know that sounds mean and stupid, like those like dudes who complain about SJW Marvel or whatever, which, whatever, I don't complain much. Like, I mean, I'm complaining now, but like, it's a small nitpick. I'm not actually mad about it. You know, it's a nitpick. It's not like that's stupid. Darn you, Marvel. So I'm like, whatever. You know, they're taking his name, gave it to Spider-Gwen. I'll always remember this guy as Ghost Spider. So remember that, and I hope you learned something new. Remember, this is not the Spirit Spider. This is the Ghost Spider. And it's gonna ride into the night sky. And I'm out of things to say. So until the next one, Das Vidania.